And welcome to Spiral Out Loud, where we are exploring ways to create a thriving world for all sentience. So today I thought I'd just share a little bit. I had a mini revelation this morning. I've been doing some work, building a body of work called the Spiral Matrix that's combining theta healing, shamanic work, Psyche-K, all sorts of different things, and packaging it together to create a process for working on all the different aspects of our world, of our reality, of helping to clear the energy of it and to clear our own relationship to it. And I was just pondering on this today because we've been in Egypt for a couple of years now. And for all of the inner work that we've been doing, there's still been a lot of financial struggle, due in part to global currency games and things like that, and just some bad luck. And so we've been doing a lot of work around curses, around clearing energy, genetic patterns, ancestral clearing, all of that kind of stuff. But it still feels like we're pushing things uphill. It still feels like we're not in flow. And so I just suddenly had the thought today when I was about to leave my home that we need to work on the inverse. And I said this while I was looking in the mirror, and it caused a little bit of an odd shift. And I thought, okay, I need to look at this right now. And I realized that when we're doing the work, anything that we're working on, especially personally, we're working on my field. So clearing my field of any curses, clearing my field of any energy that does not belong to me, clearing my field of any programming that's not in service to the highest good. It's always my field. And I realized that actually my field is just my living field, but there's a whole other self. And all of you who would be at least basically familiar with common law will know that we all have our living selves, our lawful selves, and we also have our legal entity, which is our dead corporate entity. I haven't been working on that dead corporate entity at all. Just hadn't even thought to go there. But of course, if there's curses, binds, oaths, agreements, contracts, any of that kind of stuff that holds us into old patterns and actually constricts and limits us and keeps us finite, then that needs to be cleared as well. So in the upcoming work, now this only just came through a couple of hours ago, so I haven't gone into it into great depth, but just to say that anybody that's working with any form of self-clearing, especially around things with money, where all of your money is tied up in your dead entities, as in if it's in a bank, if you have titles on a house, anything to do with contracts, with any of your utilities, any of your contracts with anybody, it's all your dead entity. And so if we're clearing the living self but not clearing the dead entities, then it doesn't matter how much work we do on ourselves. The part of us that officially, legally owns stuff is still bound by those old conditions. So we need to start thinking about incorporating that somehow. So I'll be bringing more information through on that as I start exploring this further, but I just felt I needed to share this right now because it was really exciting. I just went, wow, okay, this is just one of those cracking the code moments of really how to maneuver through the matrix. We need to be aware of legal versus law, of living versus dead. And if you're not familiar with those, I invite you to at least start to look at the basics of it. Like start with the straw man, for example, just for absolute beginners. You'll find plenty of videos out there. I'm not a common law expert or even enough of an enthusiast, actually, just to be interested um, on the peripheral. I know the fluff. I don't know the meat of it. You need to find the meat somewhere else. Anyway, that's my little ramble for this morning. I hope that inspired something in you. I would love to hear if you are doing, energy work, subconscious work, if you've actually already been working on the legal and the lawful versions of you. I'd be really keen to know who's out there doing that too and what you've come up with. All right, have a beautiful day. Till next time, my friends. Be well and keep dreaming the good dream. Ciao for now.